I'm your host, Kurt Madsen, and in today's show, we're going to dig down and really find out what it takes to become a John Deere salesman. Our journey is going to take us an hour and a half northeast of Calgary to Evergreen Equipment Limited in Drumheller, Alberta. It is here we are going to gain insight and knowledge into the life of a John Deere salesman. Who knows, with any luck, we might even see some harvest in action. To better understand the sales expectations of the industry, we sat down with some key members of the Evergreen sales team. We decided to ask them some questions that would give some insight into their job.
I sell farm equipment to farmers, basically combines, seeders, tractors, balers. My job entails building customer relationships is probably the main thing, quoting products and following up on those products to make sure they're working good in the field, and also being the frontline guy for any complaints or anything coming in.
Getting a relationship with the customers and product knowledge, being able to run the piece of equipment and be able to answer all their questions, and then obviously the pricing side and giving the customer the best options for what he's looking for.
Not just to sell equipment, but to promote our parts, our service department, and just promote this as a very good business. Be very positive in what they do.
Keep their finger on the pulse of what the customers in their area need based on what they're doing, what size their farms are, what they're growing, what age their equipment is.
First one that comes to mind is listening, communicating with customers, communicating internally with other staff. They have to be hard workers, very engaged in what they're doing.
They've got to be, patient but they've got to be knowledgeable, and they've got to be intelligent. They've got to, be able to think on their feet, because they'll get asked all sorts of questions.
I guess in this business he has to be able to have quite in-depth product knowledge and be able to demonstrate his product effectively when he brings it to the farm.
They know your farm, they know who you are when you call them up, they know you on a first name basis, they know everybody who is in your farm. They know their equipment, and they can tell you the differences between the different products that they offer and what's going to be changed or what's coming down the line.
It's a good job. You work with a lot of really good people, and you get to go out in the field a lot. You aren't stuck in an office. It's definitely a unique situation where you're out in the field probably more than you are in an office. It's pretty free work hours. I think other sales jobs, you're in the office a lot more. You're waiting for customers to come in a lot of the time. Like a car salesman, you'd be just waiting in the office for a customer to come in. With ours, you have to be more proactive. You have to be out in the country a lot, visiting with people. You have to build those customer relationships out in the field. If you don't have a relationship with customers, they're going to go to the person who they do have a relationship with and buy equipment from them. You have to build that relationship for them to come in and buy the product from you. They aren't just going to walk in and buy a $500,000 piece of machinery from some guy they don't know.
In this business they have to know more than just to be able to sell. They have to have some technical knowledge as well.
Hanging around Evergreen Equipment, we quickly learned that sales is not your average office job. In-field product demonstrations are often used to illustrate the capability of their product to clients. The crew at Evergreen Equipment gave us a chance to experience this unique in-field interaction.
Demo is to sway the customer to hopefully buy a machine. It's a good way you get out, you interact with the customer, you sit out here for the day, teach them how to run the machine, and then they can get a feel for it and whether they really want this or not. Your big demos are tractors to pull air drills, and then air drills as well. So you're demoing that in the spring, you demo combines in the fall, and you demo stuff like gators and lawnmowers, front wheel assist tractors the rest of the year.
During our day trip with the Evergreen staff, we learned that much of the deal is done away from the office. Sales staff are given the chance to interact with their clients in the area in which they are most comfortable, their home. The salesman cannot be afraid to get dirty. They must be able to adjust the machine to suit any condition. After all, the customer is counting on their ability to prove the machine's enhanced performance. At the time, we were lucky enough to experience a unique but common sales threat. New Holland, a rival brand, was also demonstrating their new product. The Evergreen sales staff had to work hard under the heat of their rivals and ensure they could outperform the competition.
After the sale, you expect them to back you up if there's any troubles. You expect them to take care of them, and quite often there is little issues that arise, and they usually, they might have to send out a mechanic to help you justify or fix any problems you have, and if it's a good experience, you keep coming back, and it becomes pretty simple where you buy if you have a good relationship with the salesman and the dealer.
Being fair. I guess being fair. Fair in all interactions, making sure that what we do is fair to the customer. And if we are short, if we fall short as a business, standing up and making that right to the customer.
Today we learned what skills and traits are needed to become a John Deere salesman. We experienced an in-field customer demonstration, and more importantly, learned that relationships are key to success. Well, that's our segment for this week. I hope you guys all enjoyed our show and learned a little bit about becoming a John Deere salesman. I hope to see you guys again.